You text them goodnight every night. You met their friends. You picture a shared future. By 2026, half of all young adults have lived this exact thing in silence. One question scares you too much to ask. 3 words. Asking it might end everything. A situationship is a real bond with no label. More than friends, less than partners. You sleep over. You share secrets. You feel jealous when someone gets too close. By every action, you two are dating. You simply never agreed to say it. Say the word out loud, give this a name, and one of you goes cold. So you stay quiet. You tell yourself the label does not matter, just chilling. In January 2024, researchers asked 1,000 Americans one question. The youngest answer floored them. 5 in 10 adults under 35 said yes, they had lived this nameless thing. It even has an official name now. Merriam-Webster lists it. Cambridge lists it too. Here is the strange part. The bond with a name is the one nobody names. You know the word, your friends know it, so why can you not say it? Forget the word for a moment. Look at what your own body quietly does. When they pull away, you feel a small physical panic. 2 silent days feel dangerous. Your mind invents 10 reasons they left. You read a late reply like evidence. Attachment is the alarm system that bonds us. Long ago, a lost bond meant danger. Humans survive by sticking together. Your body still runs that ancient code today. So the not knowing does not bore you. It hurts you quietly while you smile. Meanwhile, the other person looks fine, relaxed, calm, as if none of this touches them. That gap, one aching while one stays calm, runs the whole machine underneath. It is no accident who aches and who stays calm. A clear pattern decides it. Psychologists mapped this pattern decades ago. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. To find it, we go back to a baby, a mother, and a strange experiment. In the 1950s, a doctor named John Bowlby watched children torn from their parents. Later, Mary Ainsworth ran a test. Put a baby down, let the mother leave, watch. Some babies cried, then calmed when she returned. They trusted she would come back, secure. Some panicked hard and could not settle even after she returned. They clung in desperation. Some babies showed nothing, no tears. They turned away. They had learned to need nobody. That last group holds the key. The babies who learn to need nobody at all. These early habits do not vanish. They grow up. They walk onto dating apps. Psychologists call these attachment styles. Roughly 3: secure, anxious, avoidant. Most of us blend them. The secure ones rarely get stuck. When something feels unclear, they simply ask, then act. They want clarity. No clarity, they leave. Situationships bore them, so they exit early. So the long, painful situationships almost never happen between 2 secure people. Almost never. They happen when an anxious person meets an avoidant person. That pairing is the trap. One craves closeness and dreads being left. One craves space and dreads being trapped. Put them together and balance never comes. You get a chase that never ends. The harder one reaches, the further the other backs away. The retreat fuels more reaching. Around and around it spins. Close enough to hurt, never close enough to rest. Now you can name the 2 roles. You probably already sense which one is yours. One waits by the phone. The other will never, ever say the word aloud. Meet the one who waits. Therapists sometimes call this person the relentless lover. Maybe you. You analyze every text. A reply in 12 minutes, not 3. What does it mean? You shrink yourself. You hide how much you want, since wanting more might scare them. You accept crumbs and call it a feast. One goodnight text becomes proof this matters. Now the cruel part. The not knowing does not cool your feelings. It fuels them. Not knowing if you are chosen keeps your brain hooked. Scanning, hoping, replaying every moment. It works like a slot machine. Sometimes warmth, sometimes silence. Random rewards hook us hardest. A sure reward turns boring fast. A maybe keeps you pulling the lever for years. So you are not weak for staying. One of the oldest hooks alive caught you. Now turn to the other side, the one who will never name it, the avoidant. From outside, they look like the winner, calm, in control, holding all the power, untouched. Look closer, though. The calm protects them. They built it as a frightened child. The avoidant wants closeness too, but closeness once felt unsafe, so they sealed it away. A label means being fully seen. Being fully seen means risking being fully left, so they keep one foot near the exit. To them, distance simply feels like safety. The word us lands with no romance. It feels like a cage door slamming shut. So when you ask what are we, they hear no sweet question, just an alarm. They pull back. You feel rejected. You reach harder. They pull back further. It spins. Stop for a second. Zoom all the way out. If this hurts both, why continue? Why do millions pick the gray zone on purpose, again and again, eyes wide open? The answer reaches past two people. It sits inside the whole world they date within. Open a dating app. You see no three options. You see 3,000 refreshed daily. When the next person sits one swipe away, picking one starts to feel like losing. Why choose, the quiet logic whispers, when choosing throws away every option you skipped? So both keep the door propped open. The situationship is that open door, disguised. Pile on the rest. Rent is brutal. The future feels shaky. Everything feels temporary. When the whole world feels uncertain, a forever label feels like an unkeepable promise. So people delay. Often not from feeling too little. They actually feel too much. Inside the gray zone, both get a deal. The anxious hopes. The avoidant stays safe. Honestly, the gray zone feels safer for both than one brave, terrifying, honest conversation. It is a quiet deal nobody signed and nobody reads aloud. It holds for years. But every unsigned deal has an expiry date. Usually one person reaches it first. Picture the night it breaks. Nothing dramatic. A small, ordinary moment tips it all over. The waiting one feels tired, no anger, just done carrying a relationship with no name. They say it softly. I cannot keep doing this if it is heading nowhere. Here the story splits into two endings. Watch closely what the avoidant person does next. Ending 1. Faced with real loss, the fear of leaving beats the fear of closeness. The guarded exit suddenly looks worse than the cage they feared, so they finally choose. This rare version becomes a real relationship. Notice what forced it though. One honest ultimatum. No more waiting, no more shrinking. The clarity a secure person demands on day 1. Now ending 2, the far more common path. It reveals the trap's real secret. The avoidant feels the threat, panics quietly, and reaches back just enough to keep you. A sweet message, a burst of warmth. Suddenly they seem ready, so you stay, unchanged. The warmth fades in days, the distance creeps back, and the machine spins again. This is why situationships drag on. Each near ending resets the clock, never stopping it. Now the part nobody wants to hear. The waiting one is also holding this together. By taking crumbs and staying after every reset, you teach the avoidant that crumbs suffice. Two scared people gripping the same thread, one terrified to ask, one terrified to answer. Remember the question from the start. Who refuses to name it and why? No villain. The one who never says the word plays no clever game. They hold no control. They are scared, their oldest instinct saying, get close, then run before it can hurt. And the one who waits is no pure innocent. They chose this unavailable person purposely. Chasing someone who cannot fully love you back feels safer than risking someone who might. If they never choose you, you never risk being fully chosen, fully seen, exposed. Here is the real twist. Both flee the exact same thing from opposite ends. Real closeness. The terror of being fully known and staying anyway. Both of them run. The avoidant runs by leaving. The anxious runs by chasing someone safely out of reach. The situationship never failed to start. Two scared people simply built a shared hiding place. A burrow two frightened people dig together to feel love while dodging its full risk. If anything here helped you see your own pattern, this is the moment to subscribe. The reason this exploded by 2026 has nothing to do with people turning colder. The modern world simply hands everyone perfect tools to hide. Endless options, endless quiet exits. Naming it out loud does not end the thing. It shows what was already there. The word only reveals something. It shows how much risk each person can take. So the secure person never feared it. The word costs nothing once you allow seeing. The fear never lived in the label. It lived in what the label quietly asks. So here is the honest takeaway. It comes with one important warning attached. A situationship proves nothing about you being broken or somehow not enough for someone. Two nervous systems negotiated distance, both trying to feel safe the only way they learned. Now the warning, do not turn these three labels into a brand new cage. Researchers warn that attachment styles are patterns, never fixed diagnoses stamped on someone forever. They shift depending on who you are with. A responsive partner softens an anxious pattern. Closeness gets built between two people. Nobody hands it down as a sentence to one. So the real question was never, what are we? It was always, what scares me? The gray zone ends the moment one person decides clarity matters more than the option. Sometimes that ends the situationship. Sometimes it starts the relationship. Either way, the not knowing stops. Almost anything, even a clear no, hurts less than years stuck inside an unanswered question. So tell me honestly, in your situationship, do you wait or do you run?